Yeah, I've got a spear. This is the new spear weapon. Okay, I like that. All right, here we go. Let's go in there. This weapon is fucking awesome. What's up, what's up, what's up? Cayman Wolf the Decrepit Gamer here. Today we got another Dungeons of Eternity video, and this is an exciting one, guys, because, okay, so yesterday, well, I don't know when I'm going to release this video, but yesterday, as of right now, Saturday was yesterday, JJ Bonta and I did a co-op live stream together. It was sort of it was a lot more, it was actually a lot more talking. It was kind of an interview and a little, a little playing at the same time. But I felt like it was a very interesting, very productive conversation. And that live stream is up under my live stream. So you guys go check that out if you get a chance. If you don't know JJ, he's a Dungeons of Eternity content creator. He's got a great channel. You should go check his channel out. I'll link it in the description. But he's in pretty tight with the devs, and he sort of sweet talked them into giving me beta access. And so I got to preview the beta with JJ yesterday, and they had just released it. So I mean, it's hot off the presses footage, guys. So if you want to check out the very first view of the changes, check out that live stream yesterday. But today, the first thing you should probably notice is if you look behind me here. The first thing that stands out to me is that this place is much less red, which that's kind of an aesthetic change that they made with the beta. I hope that sticks. I hope that goes beyond the Halloween aesthetic that they're releasing, because I really like that. I really like this aesthetic a lot more. So this is also an early look at the changes. What I'm going to do today, guys, is I'm going to go into the brand new sandbox mode that they're releasing. And don't quote me on this, but I think the new version is going to come out on the 17th. I think that's this Thursday. Again, don't hold me to that, but that's the last thing that I believe that I heard. So Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, they'll be releasing this new version, and it will include the sandbox mode. So I'm going to take a look at the sandbox mode today with you guys. I'm going to create some encounters in the sandbox mode, and I'm going to use the brand new spear weapon class and see how that plays out. I'm really excited to use that. I'm really excited to see how that plays. And I'm gonna try that spear with my Wield VR sword, two-handed sword attachment. I think this will work very well with the, I don't know, but in my mind, I'm thinking that this will work very well with a spear. Probably need to space this out a little bit, but I can just, I can just imagine holding a spear in my hands this way. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. I don't know, because a spear needs to be a little more versatile. You need to be able to reverse your grip on it. You need to be able to, use it one-handed. You need to be able to, throw it, and all of those things from what I've read are supported by the spear in this game. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it works. And I mean, if it works with this, we'll use it, and if it doesn't, we won't. And that's just what we'll do. So. All right, guys. Well, so with no further ado, let's jump right in to Dungeons of Eternity and check out the new sandbox mode. So the outpost looks quite different here. The first thing I noticed about it is that it's much less red. You look around, you see how the stone, it doesn't have that red tint to everything. And I hope they keep this aesthetic. I hope they don't go back after the holiday theme, after they, take out the jack-o'-lanterns and get rid of the holiday theme. I hope they don't go back. I hope they keep this aesthetic. All right, guys, let's see. So I'm going to go over here, and as I understand it, the sandbox is only in the underworld. Yeah, see, it doesn't show up for any of the others. So I'm going to select the sandbox arena. Let's go to it. All right, so here we are in the sandbox. Let's see what options we've got here. We can create, encounter, or return to outpost. So I want to create an encounter. Then I can choose the realm. Okay, and see it's changing the colors when I choose different realms. I think I'm going to go with the Lava Forge realm. Then I can choose the difficulty. I'm going to go with tier 4 because that's what it's recommending. Modifiers, okay. All right, here we go. So the modifiers are default loadout and then the different types of weapons, axes, bows, crossbows, you know, only. So daggers only, fireball staves only. So I'm going to go with spears only because that's the new weapon type and that's what I want to try out. And for hazards, let's see, pits. You can see it appear there when I select it. So it looks like the pit is just some big pit that you can fall into. Yeah, I don't want a pit. Then pickups, small health only, gems only, bombs only, power-ups only, and default. I'm gonna assume default is everything. Okay, so I chose spears only, none for hazards, default for pickups. And now let's see, we can select the enemy types. Okay, I just want to try out the spear. It's a melee weapon, so I'm going to go with mostly melee. I'm just going to go with melee enemies. Skeletal warriors, skeletal minions. Yeah, let's put some zombies in there. Oh, okay. It looks like I can only select a certain number of enemy types. Yeah, okay. So you can only have so many, it looks like. Oh, look, okay, enemy count. Oh, okay. Okay, I see here, guys. I see what's happening. So you can add a wave. Okay, so this is the first wave. So these are the enemies that are in the first wave. So let's make the first wave easier. Yeah, let's say in the first wave, we can have the skeletal minions, skeletal warriors, and imp warriors. Okay, I can only choose 3. So let's say in the first wave, I can have the skeletal minions, skeletal warriors, and I'm choosing the spear. And the spear, I understand you can throw. So let's put some skeletal archers in there. And let's say that the first wave is just skeletons. Okay, so we got minions, archers, and warriors. And those are all fairly easy guys. So let's say 5, okay? That's the first wave. Oh, and look, you can choose the enemy type. Random, ice, fire, poison, elite, legendary. Okay, let's just say random. So it looks like there's 5 enemies in the first wave. Let's say 10 enemies in the first wave. Okay, so we defeat 10, and then we're gonna go to another wave. And this wave is gonna be zombies, minions, and imp warriors. Okay, you can only have 3 enemy types per wave. And then we'll say 5 enemies in that wave. And then we'll make a third wave that's got a skeleton boss and a meatball boss. So we got a skeleton boss and a meatball boss. 2 enemies in this wave. Yeah, okay, cool. And then that's the third wave. Okay, I see how that works. So 10 enemies in the first wave, 5 in the second wave. And then in the last wave, it's 2 enemies and they're both bosses. Okay, cool. Okay, I like that. Okay, that's the waves. And then we'll say start encounter. So I should have a spear. Yeah, I've got a spear. Okay, so this is a random spear. This is the new spear weapon. Okay, I like that. Yep, and we can't, that's the only weapon we have. So we don't have any other weapons on us. Okay, so you can stab with this thing. You can use this thing. It looks like one-handed or two-handed. It looks like you can grab it anywhere you want, so you can use it kind of like a quarterstaff. Yeah, you can use it like a quarterstaff. You can, my understanding is you can throw the damn thing. Yeah. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, this seems like a cool weapon. What I wonder is if I want to use this with my two-handed weapon attachment. You know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try this with my two-handed weapon attachment. So if I'm holding a spear, I'm going to want my hands to be a little bit farther apart. So I'm going to unlatch this and move my hands apart a little bit here with this weapon attachment. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And if I want to grip it lower, let's see how that works. Yeah. Let go with one hand, move the other hand out of the controller mount, which the Wield VR one stock is very conducive to that. You can just slide your hand right out of the controller mount, then grip it lower, and then re-grip it. Yeah, okay, easy enough. Yeah. Move it back into the controller mount. Okay, cool. Cool, so I can use that with a, looks like I can use it with a two-handed weapon attachment. I don't know how conducive it's gonna be to it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll give it a try. If I don't like it, I'll just, you know, get rid of this thing, because it seems like this is one of the two-handed weapons that is going to be easy enough to use without a two-handed weapon attachment. So a sword, you almost have to have this. I can't use a two-handed sword without some sort of solution to simulate a hilt in my physical hands. But this thing seems like, you know, it's a staff, so it seems like you can, because you don't always want your hands to be aligned with a staff. You want to be able to, you know, strike, block, strike, sweep, stab, you know? So I'm thinking this is probably going to be better to use without a two-handed weapon attachment, but we'll see. I'm going to give it a try, one time with it and then one time without it. All right, here we go. Let's go in there. All right, this is a spear, so we probably want to stab. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I like it. Oh, he hit me, bastard. Oh man, I like this. I like this weapon a lot, dude. This weapon is fucking awesome. Such range. Oh, I love it. I love it. What a great weapon. Oh man, he hit me with that poison, bastard. Slowed me down. Okay. These guys want me to throw my spear at them. I love it. Dude, I love it. And then, like any other weapon, it comes right back and goes on your back. Oh man. Oh, I love it. Guys, this is freaking badass. Oh. This guy is too fucking accurate. Come back here, you prick. Oh, I don't know how that happened. There we go, finally. All right, sounds like we got a couple of bosses here. Yeah, I'm definitely doing better with it as a melee weapon than I was as a ranged weapon. Kill an enemy, it says. There we go. Yeah, this is a great melee weapon, guys. I have mixed feelings about it as a ranged weapon. I don't know. Seems pretty effective, but I'm struggling to revert. There we go. Probably just going to take a little practice. I was struggling to reverse my grip. Oh, looks like I didn't survive this wave, guys. Oh, there we go. He died. Cool. I love the range. I'm just really having a hard time throwing it up and catching it with a reverse grip. There we go. Okay, you just want to melee, don't you, you fucking prick? Okay, there you go. There we go. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's okay. So that's the new sandbox mode, guys. That was kind of awesome. It's kind of awesome how you can define as many waves as you want, and then whatever kind of enemies you want in those waves. Let's see. Replay last encounter. Okay, I'm going to replay that encounter again. All right, here we go. Oh, okay, I've got a different spear. I don't know what this spear has on it. This time I'm not going to use I tried to put my physical two-handed sword attachment on the virtual. I don't have time to explain. It's weird what I did. Man, so many of you fucking guys. Yeah, when I'm using it as a two-handed, as a melee weapon, it is nice to have that two-handed sword grip. Jesus, there are a lot of these motherfuckers. There's not a lot of aim assist on it, so I feel like it's really mostly intended to be a melee weapon. Go. Because it's so long and because it's two-handed, I can stab a lot more accurately with this weapon than I can with most weapons in this game. Two-handed swords are conducive to stabbing as well. I seem to do pretty good stabbing with those, but with this it's even better because your hands can be so far apart, which lends itself to a lot of accuracy. Boom, you see that right in the head. All right. Yeah. That was the meatball. It's going to respawn me again. I got to get rid of that meatball. I think that got him. I think he's dead. And did I kill? Yeah, I killed the other guy too. Okay, I had already killed him. All right. Cool. Yeah, I like that, man. This sandbox is good for a sandbox. I mean, for like a playground to test weapons and maybe equipment and things like that, and to just try fighting different enemies, test different techniques on different enemies. This is pretty good. The sandbox here is definitely challenging. I'm going to try it again with my two-handed weapon attachment. It works pretty good without it. It does. The jury's still out as to which way I prefer. So I'm going to try it again with it. I'm going to stick with the spear because that's the new weapon. That's probably what you guys want to see. That's what I want to play with. So I'm going to stick with that. Let's go with Underworld. Spears only. I'll leave everything here like it was. Let's see, skeletal minion, skeletal warrior, skeletal archer. Yeah, let's just use the same enemies that we were using last time. So the first wave was 10 enemies. The second wave was 5 enemies. And that was what? Imp warrior, imp minion, zombie. And then the third wave was what? 2 enemies, and they were both bosses. So it was meatball boss and skeleton boss. Okay. Yeah, so we set it up the same way again. I like that, guys. I think that was working very well. And that's a good mix of ranged and melee, so let's do it. Start the encounter. Okay, I'm gonna go with the two-handed sword attachment again. Oh, look, this one looks like a pitchfork. This is cool. Yeah, this one throws like a staff, man. As soon as you throw it, it kind of turns upside down and gets all janky. Fuck you guys. Fucking pussy. Come here. Quit running, prick. Yeah, I can tell this one does a lot of stab damage. Hardly does any slashing damage. It's very difficult to throw. This is, obviously it's a stabbing weapon. I mean, it's a pitchfork, so obviously it's a stabbing weapon. But what this is telling me is that these spears are very diverse weapons. Different kinds are intended to be used in different situations. Where are you? There you are. I'm gonna try again. Oh, it flew pretty good that time. It keeps coming out of my hand. Guys, I'm not letting go of it. I tell you what, though, this is the first melee weapon where I feel like I can fight these guys, because you have to hit them in the face. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put this two-handed sword attachment back up. Let me try again. I'll replay the last encounter. I got another pitchfork. Okay. I wonder if you can hit with the butt of this thing. Use it like a quarterstaff. Block, block, strike, sweep, stab. Let's try that. Dude, the freeze lasts too long. That's one thing. Yeah, you can hit with the butt of it. Too many freeze enemies. I really wish when you get into combat you would slow down a little bit. Okay, this one seems to be doing better as a ranged weapon. Yeah. So I can't look at the perks on that weapon that I had. It's just too many of them, man. I can't. All right, now it's. I'm trying to get the kill with the butt of the weapon to just be sure that that's what I'm hitting with. I touched him with the fucking front of the weapon. You definitely do damage with it. Yeah, you can definitely hit him with any part of the weapon. This ought to do it. There we go. All right, now let me just fight this guy. Now, he's gonna kill me. There's no way I'm gonna kill him in time. Yeah, that's all right. I'm trying to figure out if I can effectively use that spear by using the butt of the weapon, because that's what you would really do. You know, you would stab with the spear, block with the spear, strike with the butt of the spear, you know, jab with the butt of the spear, sweep with the butt of the spear, and stab with the point of the spear. Whether or not all of that stuff can be done in the game, that's what I'm trying to figure out. But I'm just having to fight two. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to back this down to where I'm just fighting one enemy at a time. Let's see. Spears only. I'm going to say skeleton warrior, one enemy. Yeah. Add enemy wave. Imp, minion, add enemy wave. Then skeleton boss, add enemy wave. Now I only got 3 guys to fight. Now the question is, do you have to destroy the first wave before it spawns the next wave, or is it timed? I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, and I don't have a pitchfork this time. That's okay. All right. Looks like I've got one guy here. Okay, I hit him with the butt that time for sure. Yeah, okay, cool. I killed him with it. Good. Good deal. That was weird. He ran into my spear. I had it out in front of me like this to block. He ran into it. It killed him. And it hit me. As a melee weapon, this is a great weapon for fighting these guys. Look how much range you got here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, cool. Killed him. Yeah, this is a good weapon for fighting those. That's a good melee weapon for fighting those bosses, because prior to that, I didn't feel like they had a good melee weapon for fighting those guys. So, yeah, cool. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna go back to the loadout I had the first. I'm gonna go back to the enemies I had the first time. The 3 types of skeletons. I'm gonna do 5 enemies in the first wave, because I get a little overwhelmed with 10 of them or whatever, because they all come at the same time. But you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna go back to that, because this time I'm not trying to learn anything. I'm not trying to use my spear in some kind of weird way, so I'm not trying to force a circumstance to happen that might not normally happen or might not organically happen. So I'm not doing that this time. So I'm just gonna fight them. So I am gonna go with 10 in the first wave. Then in the second wave, I'm gonna go with, what was I using? Zombies, imp minions, and imp warriors. 5 in the second wave, and then in the third wave was the 2 bosses. Okay. Okay, so this time I'm just playing, guys. I'm not trying to learn anything. I feel like I've learned a little bit. I feel like I kind of have an idea of how the spear works. Of course, I'm going to have to use it a lot more and let some of these situations that I was trying to force to happen organically, and see how the spear stands up as a weapon. But it's definitely formidable. I can tell you already that I like it. Okay, let's see. So here we go. Start the encounter. I got this pitchfork again. I don't like this one. This is my least favorite one, but that's okay. I think maybe when I stab one of these guys, it's coming out of my hand because I've got it stuck into it. Yeah, that's what's happening. Come on. There we go. Too many archers. All right. This is the second wave. There should be 5 enemies here. Yeah, that's what's happening. It's sticking into them, and that's pulling it out of my hand. All right. Oh, you're still alive, bastard. Okay, I think the end decision here is when I'm fighting with this thing as a melee weapon, I like to have my sword attachment. I want him to charge me. Frick. All right. I'm going to play one last encounter with the two-handed sword attachment back in my hand. Oh man, I stab so much more accurately when I have this thing in my hand. Look at the accuracy of those stabs. Yeah. Yeah, definitely better. Definitely better with my attachment. It's less versatile because it's not as you can't switch your grip and then fight with it as like a quarterstaff that way. Well, I mean you can, but you're better off not even using the attachment when you do that. But just for using it as a stabbing, and swiping weapon, just with the standard grip, the two-handed sword attachment is awesome. When you try to reverse your grip, that's when it's not as good. But I think it more than makes up for it with the accuracy with which this damn thing can stab. All right, where's the last one? There he is. Boom. He's not gonna, I can't, there we go. Whew, just in time. I love it, I love it. Yeah, okay, so here's the final verdict, guys. This attachment right here makes this thing much more accurate of a stabbing weapon. And it also makes it much easier to use in the forward position, like in the standard grip. But in order to reverse the grip, you have to let go with one hand and grab it here. So now I don't have the attachment anymore. Yeah, I would have to let go of it here. Yeah, no, it's just not going to be conducive to it. It's not going to be too. If you can reverse the grip, then it's fine. It works really well that way. But getting it there, that's the part that's problematic. Whereas without this, you can just very easily. Okay, I've got a standard grip, stab, reverse grip, strike, stab. Yeah. Without that, you can very easily reverse your grip. So I guess it just depends on what kind of fighting style you want to use. The two-handed sword attachment is not conducive to a reverse grip. You know, that's just it. So if you fight entirely with a standard grip, then, you know, you're probably fine. You know, striking, stabbing, you know, you can even strike with the butt of the weapon with your offhand. But if you want to use your main hand to strike with the butt of the weapon, and as the power hand in the stab, you'll have to reverse your grip. So it just really depends on what kind of fighting style you want to use. All right, let's head back to the outpost. All right, guys, that was it. I like it. I like it. I like the sandbox, and I think it's a great platform to do just exactly what we did today. Test out new weapons, test out play styles, test out new enemies, things like that. It's also great for you guys that like to go out there and spawn a million enemies and, you know, do cool shit and make funny videos out of it and everything. And this, you know, it looks like it's going to be very conducive to that. Looks great for that. I think it's a good sandbox, and dude, I really like the spear. One thing that JJ and Silver-Tongued Devil were talking about in their co-op stream was the fact that the back slot, they're so stingy with that back slot. I mean, you can either have a bow, or you can have a spear, or you can have a shield, or you can have a two-handed sword, but you know that you can't have any two of those things. It's, you know, one of those things or the other, and then it's, you know, some kind of standard weapon on your hip. And I agree with that, man. I really wish they would do something to make your back slot more versatile. Maybe two back slots, maybe, you know, one here and one here. So you could have a spear and a shield, or, you know, a bow and a two-handed sword or something like that. Because I feel like it's too limiting, because I love that spear. I love it. I'm not sure that I'm going to want to give up my bow for it. But, you know, we'll see. And it would be awesome to use a shield with that weapon. But anyway, guys, that was it. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And then when the new version hits on Thursday, leave me a comment then, because I'm really interested in what you guys think about these changes. I think they're pretty awesome, but I want to hear your thoughts. All right, guys, until next time, this is Cayman Wolf, the Decrepit Gamer, reminding you you're never too old to game. My friends, I am out.
I'm the Decrepit Gamer, don't you give me no lag. Got my console, got my stacks, and